Sports. You're on News Talk 98.9. I'm Ditch. There's Tim Van Horn. Joined this morning by Allan, the food dude. I'm glad that you made it in because you and I hadn't talked since I asked you to come in on Wednesday rather than if you came in tomorrow, Allan, you'd be here all by yourself.
Well, that'd just been more for me.
Yes, we got Thanksgiving special. Yeah, so I see you brought in enough. Danny's not here. Dan O'Brien is in the other room. He could come in and enjoy.
Yeah, tell him, come on, man.
Come on, Dan. Enjoy some of the food, man. It's what it's all about.
Well, we're going to set the Wayback Machine here. 2 weeks ago, we did turkey legs, right? Yes. Last week, we did cranberry sauce.
Oh.
Both of which were not at the first Thanksgiving.
Oh, they were not.
Were not.
Turkey was not.
Turkey was not, according to all historical accounts.
So where did the turkey come into the story?
Well, the turkey fits in a little later, but the non-domesticated turkey was a little too much for the average person to get their hands on. However, they're
mean.
Well, they fly. They're mean. They're smart. Hey, Ben Franklin wanted them to be the national bird.
Turkeys can fly? God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Yeah, well, non-domesticated. Now, domesticated turkey flies like a sack of taters.
It's like
and lands about as well.
Think first Wright brothers flight.
Yeah.
That's wild turkeys.
Yeah. These guys don't migrate or something, but trust me, if you stumble across, you're out a little walk in the woods, and you actually scare one of them things up, these things got like a 6 to 8 foot wingspan. They come blowing out of a bush. It is like a monster movie until it starts, sailing off and you realize it's just a turkey. So you will believe in the Mothman for about 30 seconds right there. However, there was a bird present.
A chicken, a hen, what was
Pheasant?
it? Pheasant?
How about a duck?
A duck.
And this is where I had to decide. Dan's rubbing his hands. Dan understands how much I must like you guys.
In Memphis, Tennessee, you don't talk about duck because of the Peabody ducks. Like this, like for a dinner, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You sure can.
I do.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I even, a million years ago, furnished a live duck to the Peabody, but it's all right.
Oh.
That's kind of cool.
Allan, the food dude, is stories for days.
Chez Philippe will not serve duck in their restaurant in the Peabody.
No, they will not. That's just kind of out of respect for the little mallards out there pedaling around in the pond. Yeah. Right.
Are there any hens, or is it all mallards running around that pond?
Well, it's a mix. The brown ones are the girls, the green head ones are the boys, but they're all mallards.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, you got the drakes have the beautiful green plumage that you're looking for.
Okay.
But yeah, waterfowl was indeed at the first Thanksgiving. So, gentlemen, I brought you some duck wings.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Here I am talking about eating ducks and how sacrilege it is in Memphis, Tennessee.
Now, what kind of a duck have we got here?
You have a standard Peking or domesticated duck.
Okay.
So yeah, nobody got shot.
Okay.
What's your flavoring on this?
All right, it was soaked in sage. Ooh. So you have the lovely, that's that smell he was picking up on your eyes. I smell salt. And I'm like, you smell salted sage.
It smells good. When you take the lid off, it smells really good.
And it's just a little dash of a little paprika, a little salt, a little pepper to give you a little modern flavor. But
kind of tough, Allan. Is that just the nature of this?
It's just the wing itself. Wings are never tender, unless you soak them forever and ever and ever. But, this is just good old-fashioned. This was a critter from the original Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow. Now, do different types of ducks have different flavors, or are there only certain types of ducks that you would cook?
So far, I haven't run into a duck I won't cook. However, they come in a variety of different sizes. A big sportsman thing is wood ducks. They're a small, little bitty duck.
Okay.
Basically, you're looking for duck breast and thighs at that point. If you look at your bigger stuff, like you get into your mallards, browns, Indian runners, that kind of stuff, you're looking at a full-size bird.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, they're all different kinds. Now, your wild duck is going to have a much drier flavor than a domestic because it's all dark meat.
Okay.
Because it's all really heavy-duty muscle because they're flying. Now, domesticated stuff doesn't fly. So the breast, that's why I like a turkey breast. If you've got a hunter in the family and they've ever brought in a wild a turkey from the outside world, of the turkey breast is drastically different than what you get at Butterball. Because at Butterball, we don't want them flying. We want all that muscle to be nice and soft and wonderful and juicy. And in the wild, that turkey breast is how the baby flies. So he is much more, he's much more pumped up, much more muscular.
What do you think, Dan?
It's great. It's great. We used to, well, I didn't, but it was a tradition that when I was in Millington, you would go turkey hunting before you went to high school. So you would, you would hit it like at 4:00 in the morning and go turkey hunting, and then boom,
I didn't know where you were out there
school.
hunting. Yeah,
yes, exactly, exactly. So everybody
with your gun in the gun rack in the parking lot of school.
Exactly, exactly. We've talked about that, but yes, you'll have the gun in the gun rack in the park.
You
can't do that anymore. No, you cannot do that anymore.
You and I are showing our age. That's an 80s trip right
Alan,
there.
how long did it take you to prepare said duck that we just ate?
All right, the actual blanching, 5 to 10 minutes. Let it sit overnight, so it retains the flavor. 10 minutes in the oven this morning to brown it up.
So it's just the soaking that takes the time.
Yeah, well, that was overnight. You leave it in a Ziploc bag. You leave it on the stove, whatever you want to do. And a lot of really good cooking, and I'm just the hugest proponent of this, is really simple. It really is not complicated. We love to make things complicated, and it really doesn't have to be that way. Some of the best meals ever are just the simplest things you can do. We this time of year, people freak out over 9-layer stuffings and that kind of stuff. Okay.
Well, speaking about that, I started on my stuffing stuff last night.
Okay.
You do the cornbread and you do the biscuits, let it dry out.
Exactly.
And then we're going to cook it tonight and then warm it up tomorrow.
Right.
So that's, you have to prepare, a couple things like that. So we've got 2 sheets of cornbread that's already done, a big, I think it was 8 biscuits we did, and some toast just to,
little different textures.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Dan, you're traveling with the Tigers football team. When are you guys leaving town?
We're leaving Friday.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be at the house tomorrow doing the turkey and dressing and all that stuff. Yes.
But each stage of that actually didn't take very long.
No.
So it's just kind of, I am just a huge proponent that dinner is never cooked. Dinner is assembled. The pieces to dinner are cooked.
Right.
So in this case, it's just a little staging.
Yes.
It's like, okay, what do we need and when do we need it? Because everybody makes the same mistake. They all want to start trying to cook tomorrow at 11 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And it's just going to be a nightmare.
Well,
And the bird takes 5 hours.
It's the Taco Bell doctrine. Because they have 25 things on the menu, but it's the same 6 ingredients. It's just in which order do you put it on the base?
Yeah.
And which order and which 8 million combinations can you make out of 10 ingredients?
Do you quick heat the tortilla? I mean, that's it. Do you flash heat it or whatever? What do you call it when you stick it in the machine and 10 seconds later it's browned up?
That's the steam press.
Yeah. How long do you do that? I mean, it's meat, cheese, maybe lettuce, a little bit of tomato, sour cream, and guac. And you're good.
I was blown away yesterday. We had the lady from the Butterball Turkey Talk Turkey line. She was telling Tim and I how long it takes to thaw out a turkey. We're talking a week to properly thaw out a solid frozen turkey.
Right.
5 to 7 days.
Easily.
To do it correctly, not throwing it in a tub of cold water 24 hours at a time. But if you do that, it's almost too late. You better be thawing it out.
And then flip it every half hour, right?
Every half hour. Yeah.
All right. I will throw in a terrible, horrible secret that involves Home Depot.
The blowtorch?
Well, the blowtorch ain't going to get it done.
Okay.
But let me tell you, the 9-inch pruning blade that will go on your Sawzall, you can dismember a Volkswagen with one of those things. So if you need to cook the turkey, you can
cut that thing in
on
half.
Dan's face.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. More than once have I been called to an event in the emergency, and it's 9-10 o'clock in the morning, and they got 46 turkeys sitting there like bowling balls. And one year we just went in an act of desperation, we have an idea. If we cut these babies in half, that will drastically reduce the cooking time. So we'll actually get these things in the oven on time and out on time because you're not trying to penetrate that much meat.
So you're basically butterflying every single one of them.
Every single one of them. We went right down just right down the breast. Whap. And with that big old Sawzall, like I said, you want a brand new clean blade. Don't go out to the truck and get that thing you were out there gnawing through logs with. But if you absolutely, in a fit of desperation, have got to cut one of these things frozen, you ain't going to cut it with a knife.
Yeah. Oh, those Sawzall things will cut any. I mean, I've cut tires off of rims before because I
got news for you. And somewhere out there, somebody's going, hey, I got to. So have I done it? Yes. Do I tell people you really want to do it? No, you don't. You want to thaw these things properly, but as I love to say, stuff happens, man. Just sometimes in an act of desperation.
It's funny.
You back up to the Sawzall.
I can just see Allan the food dude. Somebody's got a crisis, no matter what it is, whether it's Thanksgiving, whether it's Christmas, whether it's the middle of the summer, and they're like, I don't know what to do. Allan's like, I'll be right back. He walks back in with the Sawzall. They're like, what are you going to do with that? Hold my beer.
Here you go. Watch this. It is, the trick is kick back, relax, enjoy the holiday. Don't freak out. Don't lose your mind over it. If you didn't toast the almonds perfectly, who cares?
Yeah.
People need to take the stress off of the day and just relax and enjoy it. And a lot of it, as Dan has pointed out, is just do it in pieces.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do all of it on Thursday.
One day. Yeah, that's a good point. But you do have to help Mom clean up. My mom used to always get so mad.
Yes, please.
You guys, I spend a week preparing for this. You eat it in 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden you're all gone, and I've got this big old kitchen full of plates.
And don't stack the dishes. Don't stack the dirty dishes. That's our one rule at the in-laws. But you put them you rinse them off, put them in the dishwasher. Just don't stack the dirty dishes.
There it is.
All right. Hey, everybody's
that way
got
they sticking together.
Allan the food dude. All right, Allan, thanks, buddy. Have a great Thanksgiving.
You do.